Welcome back to the Daily Buzz, 23 minutes past the hour. Alphonse Gabriel Capone. These days, that name doesn't sound quite so infamous, but in the 20s, Al Capone was the fiercest of mobsters. And when most people think of Scarface, they think of something like this.
What? They got the whole shipment. I want that son of a dead. I want him dead. I want him dead. I don't care. What am I, alone in this world? Did I ask you what you're trying to do? Did I ask you what you're trying to do? I want you to get this where he breathes. I want you to find this Nancy boy Elliot Ness. I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house.
There is a book about Al Capone, the Al Capone no one really knew, by none other than his grandniece, Deirdre Marie Capone. Welcome.
Thank you, Andy.
This is absolutely fascinating, this whole story, because you, of course, grew up. Your grandfather was Al Capone's brother, who was public enemy number 3 at the time that Al Capone was public enemy number 1.
Correct.
But you say, I mean, your memories of Al Capone are nothing like this fiercest mobster ever, right?
No. I grew up inside the family. I am a member of his core family. Right now, I am in charge of the Capone family gravesite, so I own all the remains of the Capones. No, he was not. The movie clip that you just showed right there, The Untouchables, I think was the movie that turned the whole mob empire nasty and like monsters.
Right.
And they weren't like that at all. This was Prohibition. People wanted alcohol. And the people in the cities needed somebody to supply it to them.
Sure.
So all the big cities had an Al Capone counterpart to it. So that's all that they were involved in, was alcohol, gambling, and prostitution.
Right. And you know, there's a long list of things that he has been accused of being involved in. And you don't deny that he was definitely involved in some levels of illegality, but there was a side of him where he was considered philanthropic and someone who looked after people in his community and was beloved by many people.
Somebody got in touch with me very recently, and her grandfather owned the shoe store in Cicero, Illinois. And my grandfather and my uncle used to come in there twice a year, and they would buy shoes for everybody in the neighborhood that couldn't afford shoes.
And quickly, he had an affiliation with Walt Disney, did he not?
Correct. He and Walt Disney were very good friends. You know, the population was smaller back then, and so all of the big, powerful people would get together. And my uncle, Al, had a dream of having a city where everybody would work together and have people from different countries doing things. My uncle's dream was that they would build automobiles. But Walt Disney got that when he built Disney World. Of course, you know, people were going to come in from other countries and actually live there. So that was my uncle's idea.
In a way, when you go to the happiest place on earth, you can thank Scarface.
Exactly.
See, I mean, this is the kind of stuff you can't learn except for when you read a great book like this. Check it out. It's on bookstores' shelves now. Uncle Al Capone by Deirdre Marie Capone. And we're back in just a moment.
All sorts of fun going on the Daily Buzz today. You know, we have Al Capone's great niece on our show talking about her new book, and on our Facebook page, Nate Slim Zell Washington wants to know, can she get whacked for talking about Al Capone on television?
Is that true? Could you be whacked?
I don't think so, because I'm a member of his family. So.
That's right. So there'd be retribution.
Exactly. I've got friends in powerful places.
That's right. You have the blanket of protection around you.
After all, she is a member of Al Capone's family. She could probably take care of herself.
That's right. But the book is fascinating because you actually remember him being somebody that taught you, you know, the mandolin and just Uncle Al to you.
Exactly.
So it's a fascinating look at the history of
There are
this
things
man.
in this book that no one outside the family would know.
Okay.
So.
Well, we thank you again for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you, Andy. I enjoyed this very much.
We're back in just a moment.